72-year-old Hiroshi lived in a tranquil village in Okinawa, an island known for its stunning beaches and a unique culture that celebrates longevity. The warm sea breeze carried the scent of salt and flowers through his open window, mixing with the aroma of his freshly brewed green tea. Life was peaceful, almost idyllic. His neighbors often remarked about his calm nature and serene smile. But behind that tranquil facade, Hiroshi felt like a dried leaf caught in the autumn wind, slowly losing its color and purpose. After retiring from his job as a carpenter, he had lost his daily routine and the sense of fulfillment that came with it. The long office hours and the satisfaction of creating something tangible with his hands were replaced by the unsettling silence of an empty house and the endless expanse of free time. Days turned into weeks and then months, and he found himself spending most of his time alone by the window, watching the world move on without him. One morning, while sipping his tea and staring at the distant horizon, he heard a knock on the door. It was Aiko, his childhood friend who lived in the neighboring village. She was also 72, yet her face seemed to glow with an inner radiance that belied her years. Her steps were light, her eyes sparkling with life and humor. "Hiroshi," she said with a warm smile, "you look tired of sitting. Why don't you come with me tomorrow morning for rajio taisō?" Hiroshi frowned slightly. "Exercise? At my age, what's the point? My knees hurt and I don't have the strength anymore." Aiko laughed softly, her eyes twinkling. "That's exactly why you should come. The body grows stiff only when we stop moving. You need to start moving again. Hiroshi, come on, it'll be fun. Everyone will be there." Despite his initial reluctance, Hiroshi couldn't help but feel drawn to Aiko's enthusiasm. Perhaps there was some truth to what she said. Maybe it was time to stop watching life go by and start living again. So he agreed to meet her the following morning. The next day dawned bright and clear, and Hiroshi found himself walking towards the community square, a place he hadn't visited in years. In the center of the square, under the shade of a large banyan tree, a group of elders had gathered in a circle. Their faces etched with the wisdom of age, yet their smiles as bright as the morning sun. A small transistor radio played cheerful music, its melody carried on the gentle breeze. When Aiko saw Hiroshi approaching, she waved at him and motioned for him to join them. At first, he hesitated, self-conscious and unsure of what to do. But as the familiar tune started playing, he found himself drawn into the circle, his feet moving instinctively to the rhythm. Together, they stretched their arms overhead, bent their knees, rotated their shoulders, and tapped their feet, each movement as graceful and fluid as the last. As Hiroshi participated in the traditional exercises, a long-forgotten feeling stirred within him. It was the feeling of belonging, of being part of something larger than himself, of being connected to his roots and to the people around him. He laughed not only because the exercise was funny, but because he realized that he hadn't laughed so freely in years. Day after day, Hiroshi returned to the morning exercise sessions. The gentle movements of taisō loosened his stiff joints and awakened his body from its long slumber. And as he moved, he noticed not only the changes in his body, but also in his spirit. The morning laughter became the highlight of his day, a reminder that life wasn't just about the passage of time, but about embracing each moment. The exercises didn't just rejuvenate his body, they also stirred a sense of purpose within him. He found himself waking up early, not with the feeling of dread that accompanied the realization of another day wasted, but with a sense of anticipation for the sunrise over the sea and the joyful gathering that awaited him. He started taking long walks along the beach, breathing in the salty air and feeling the soft sand between his toes. He began gardening again, finding solace in the rhythmic tasks of planting, watering, and weeding. And he even started taking an interest in cooking, surprising his family with new dishes and the wonderful aromas wafting from the kitchen. One day, while he was tending to his herb garden, his granddaughter Yumi came to visit. She was a college student home for the summer break. Seeing him there, she couldn't help but stare in surprise. "Grandpa, what happened?" she asked, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Why do you look so much better than the last time I saw you?" Hiroshi looked up from his work, a broad smile crinkling his eyes. "I found the secret, Yumi," he said, his voice filled with newfound energy. "Life doesn't slow down because of age. It slows down because we stop moving, both inside and out." Yumi didn't quite understand what he meant, but she could see the truth in his eyes. His transformation wasn't just physical, it was evident in his spirit as well. A few weeks later, a violent storm hit the village, lashing the coast with heavy rains and strong winds. When the storm finally subsided, the villagers came together to clean up the streets, which were littered with fallen branches and debris. Hiroshi too joined them, his heart swelling with a sense of community and purpose. As he helped clear the streets, a neighbor remarked, "Look at Hiroshi, he's become so much stronger than before. It's amazing how he's changed." Another neighbor nodded in agreement. "He's even grown younger in a way. Our Hiroshi is full of energy now." Hiroshi blushed at the compliments, but he knew they were right. That evening, as Hiroshi sat by his window sipping his tea, he couldn't help but feel a deep sense of gratitude. He was no longer the dried leaf he felt like before, but a part of the vibrant garden that thrived even in the face of storms. The turning point in his life had come when he decided to stop watching the world go by and start living again. The simple exercises he learned from Aiko had not only improved his physical health, but had also opened his heart to the beauty of life and the power of human connection. He realized that age was just a number, and that the real measure of life was how actively and joyfully one embraced each day. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Hiroshi smiled. He knew that tomorrow would bring a new sunrise, a new opportunity to dance to the music of life, to move with the rhythm of nature, and to celebrate the gift of each passing moment. The secret, as his granddaughter Yumi had come to understand, was not just about physical movement, but about keeping the spirit young. about nurturing the curiosity and zest for life that resided within him. The radio, with its cheerful tunes, had become more than just a source of music. It was a lifeline, connecting him to the pulse of the community and the vitality of life. In the tapestry of life, where each thread tells a story, Hiroshi's tale is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. It is a story that whispers to us all that it is never too late to dance to the music of life, to find joy in the rhythm of our own unique journey. The Morning Walk of Hiroshi is a story that echoes the timeless wisdom that movement is not merely a physical necessity, but a celebration of life itself. It's a call to action, a gentle reminder that in the grand scheme of things, age is just a number, and that the spirit can remain youthful as long as we keep moving.